My YouTube channel. Thanks so much for coming back to watch. Today's video, as you may be able to tell, is my everyday hair routine. So if you want to see how I curl / wave my hair like this, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have washed and blow dried my hair, although when I just went like that it still feels a bit damp in here. So annoying. Does anyone else do that when you think you finally finished with the hairdryer, put it that way, and then you find a damp bit? But I know it's really bad, I'm just going to straighten over that. So as you can see, this is my natural hair. I blow dried it with a paddle brush, nothing special. It's just a little bit poofy and frizzy. So before I start waving it, I just run the straighteners over it. So I'm just going to put these on, and these are so old, but I just use my trusty GHDs. They are honestly, they must be on their last legs because I've had them, oh god, literally, honestly, I reckon like 5+ years. I'm just waiting for the day. Just imagine if it happened now. That's really, better not say that. Okay, so I say quickly run the straighteners over. I do give my hair a full straighten, but because I straighten it and then I curl it, I'm using double heat, so always make sure you use a heat protector. This is my favourite one. It's the Paul Mitchell Hot Off the Press Thermal Protection Hairspray. It's a dry spray, so I spray it on dry hair. I actually spray it on every layer when I'm straightening and curling. Okay, so now we are straight and just a bit more like sleek, because I don't straighten it to like flatten it, or I don't want to take out any volume, so I don't actually like go really heavy on the straightening. I could have, if I was wearing it straight, I'd probably have gone over it more, but I just wanted to like take out the frizz and just to smooth it all down. So yeah, I do not like wearing my hair straight. Sorry, I keep looking like behind the camera, it's because my mirror is there. Yeah, I don't ever wear my hair straight. I just don't think it like does anything. It just looks like a bit of a mop. But anyway, I'm using a lot of Paul Mitchell products in this video. I just want to say this is not sponsored by Paul Mitchell. I just love the products. I actually used to work for them, so I tried out all the products, and there's so many that I love and so many that I still love today. So yeah, these are my favourite products that I'm using today. So I am also using the Paul Mitchell Neuro Wand rod, actually I think this is called. This is the unclipped 1 inch. So it does have a temperature control panel on here, so it does go up to 230, which is so hot. To be honest, I still put it up to like 220 though, just because I think I'm using heat protection on my hair, so I think if you're using a really hot wand, make sure you are using heat protection. And I just think if it's like the hotter, I don't know, it holds the curl in. Like I've got a crocodile clip that I use for the big sections, and then I've just got these other little clips that I use for some of the smaller sections. So my hair, it doesn't look it when it's straight, but it is actually really thick. I've got quite a lot of hair, and I've seen people that just sort of like pick out bits and curl them. That does not work for me. When I've tried that before, I can see like straight bits sticking out, and I just hate that. So I actually do section it. I probably do 1, 2, 4 sections, maybe 5. I'll count as we go, because I just like to make sure I've got all the hair, and this is just the way I do it. So let's begin. So my first section is just the underneath section, and because my hair isn't that long, like obviously the bottom section is kind of short, so I don't worry too much about actually getting like a curl in these bits. I just want to get a bit of body and a bit of movement in there. So I'm just using the heat protection spray again. Okay, now let's just comb it through because I don't like any knots in my hair when I'm curling it. So I'd say like, you know, fairly chunky sections. Whilst I'm curling my hair, do try to take as like even sections as I can, because I don't want like some really big curls and some really like little piddly curls. So yeah, Now this is the bit where I often bare my neck, so I'm just going to make sure I can see in the mirror what I'm doing. I always curl away from my face as well. So on my left side I go, as you can see, I'm going away from the face, and then on the other side I will do the same. But as I also said, don't worry, that one always goes into quite a nice curl. But actually that's not a curl at all, but do you know what I mean? I don't really mind, that's just putting a nice bit of volume in the base layer, and that's the same with all of them. I don't actually, because you're not going to see these curls, but I don't want them straight. So I just, can you see that? Just wrap it around again. I hope you cannot see my double chin. I just leave it on there. I actually do not count. I'll do one more and then count and see how long we think it takes. In the bottom layer I'm probably doing 5 sections. So I'm just going to split this into 2. See, as I said, this side I curl that way and this side I curl this way, so hence that's going that way and this is going that way, although that's not even a curl. So after every layer I spray like a good bit of hairspray, and on the bottom layer I sort of like push it up because I really want it to, I do not want it to be flat, so I try and I don't care that it's not curly, we just want it to be a good bit of volume under there. Okay, next section. So now this is where I do actually obviously start curling it properly and want the curls to be curly. So again, heat protector spray. Don't want to get on my makeup. Okay. So again, fairly big chunks. Get comfy. Away from the face. Because my hair is short, sometimes what I do is you can put it in, and then once you've got the curl, pull the tong closer to the head, because sometimes it is hard to get it so close straight away. It's easier to wrap the hair around and then pull it in. Has anyone else seen that video where that American girl is curling her hair literally like this, and then when she pulls the wand away, the hair is just stuck on it? Please don't happen to me today. Okay. So we can now see that the curls are starting to form. It's really difficult doing it without a mirror like right in front of me. I have to just put that down. Also, another reason why I spray every layer with hairspray is so that when you're picking up the new layer, if that makes sense, the layer that you're curling, the layer underneath is like stuck down by the hairspray, so you're not picking up, like you're not curling bits that are already curled, if that makes sense. So I try and on the back ones get the rod like underneath, so it gives like a nice bit of volume, and then just turn it. Ow! Oh my god, I knew that was going to happen today. I just bloody knew it. Okay, we will continue. I just knew that filming this video I was going to burn myself. For goodness sake. It's because I can't properly see. These are so hot. Okay, a lot of people say that they leave a bit of hair out, as I'm doing there, so that it doesn't go to a curl, it goes a bit more of a wave. But because my hair is quite short, I like to just run the tong to the end of it, just so it's not, haven't got like bits sticking out, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll show you again what I mean. So I've just got my next section and I'm just curling away. I hate these ones are my worst curls, the ones by the side of my ear. So I am like moving all over the show. Just trying to see in that mirror, maybe I'll move the mirror in a minute. Okay. See, that looks like a bloody granny curl, doesn't it? But don't worry, it'll all work out in the end. And that's another thing, don't worry if one curl is not the same as the last curl. Honestly, wait until I finish my hair and you'll have a right laugh what it looks like. Looks like I'm about to go to the prom like 10 years ago. It's so curly. But then when you put like, I'll just wait and show you actually. Okay. There we go, and I just think there's one more back today. So the back ones, try and get it under, and then I twist it down. It's hot, isn't it? I get hot doing my hair. Okay, so one more layer complete. Again, just give a good glove of a good spray of hairspray. I just got that right in my ear. And again, I don't know if this makes a difference, but just give that a little bounce so that they, when they set, they're, you know, big and bouncy. Next layer. Okay, so that's 2 layers I've done. 3. I reckon it is a 5-layer job, you know. Okay, more heat protection. This is now a bit more, this sounds really weird to say, this is my favourite layer to do, because this is where the hair is all at the one length, and you can actually start to see the curls coming like properly together. I also try and comb through the bit so that it's flat, because when you like wrap the hair around, can you see it's all flat against the wand? Because if it's not flat against it, you're going to get like uneven curls. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So for example, if you were to like twist it or something like that and then put it round, the hair in the middle of that twist isn't going to actually be able to get on the heat, so you're just going to have a weird curl. I'm going to put it tighter. I'm still going away from the face. I've left a little bit out, and then as I come to the end, I just like to sort of run the wand over it. Try and get under there so you get a nice bit of volume. Pull that in. Oh! Pull that in and then just wrap it. Oh, that's really annoying. I always get that. When my hair's a bit short, I always get a little bit that just falls out, but I'm not that fussy. Well, I am fussy with my hair, but that will do. It's underneath, you won't see it. What's going on around the back here? Normally when I do my hair, I have it set up so I've got a mirror on the wall and then a mirror on another wall, like at a slight angle, so that I can like always see the back of my hair. And I would say that literally makes my life so much easier, so if you can do that, that's a very good thing to have. Okay, with the back sections, again, right, try and get under, put it in, wrap it all the way around and then just twist it down. I do find if you have the wand in the direction of where you want the curl to go, if that makes sense, it does make it just lays nicer. Okay, so comb it through. Yeah, and I'll just, like when I'm doing my hair, I always get different kinds of curls, and when I finish doing my hair, I wouldn't, if you just left it like that, obviously I would never leave it like that. I'll show you after, but don't worry. But don't worry if the curls are different, it really literally doesn't matter, because they're all going to like sort of blend together anyway at the end. What I also like to try and do is say like, this is how much I've got left on this section, do the even sections now, because if I do like a section, if I did 3 and then I was left with this little bit, I don't want a little curl at the front, you know, like a little wispy curl. So if I section them evenly, we've just got a bit more control over the sections. Okay, last one on this layer, get away from the face. This is honestly, like this is how I wear my hair all the time. Oh, that didn't really curl. Let's just go over there. And this is how I wear my hair all the time, so I do this probably like 3 times a week for the last, what, like 3 years? So honestly, like if you're new to curling or waving your hair, just stick with it and keep doing it, because it's just one of those things that just takes a bit of time to get used to. And also you're going to burn your hands a lot. If you've got a rod rather than a clipped one, you will burn your hands a lot. I've burnt my hands so many times, and I've burnt my neck quite a few times as well. That is the worst because, yeah, it's not nice to have a burn on your neck. So just stick with it. But also actually, what a really good tip if you're learning to wave your hair or learning different hairstyles, while the rod is cold before you turn it on, if you can just like play around with it and like see like how many times you can wrap your hair around, because if you're like trying to practice with a really hot rod, you could have a few disasters. So if you're really new to it and haven't used a rod before, I would highly recommend just when it's cold, just have a play around with it and see what it feels like on your hair, because then you're not going to get burnt as much. Now I'm just wondering, I've got this much hair left, it's quite a big chunk. I'm going to just do that in two because they're going to be too big otherwise. So this is just section that. So this is probably this little bit, I'm just going to do two in here. Oh, like so many of my little hairs at the front are broken. I think that's just a year. Oh my god, look at that. This is what I mean, don't worry. Just leave that little springy one, that will soon loosen up. My camera literally just turned off, and I thought that because it usually wouldn't turn off if I was in the middle of recording, but I just thought I had not pressed the record button. It was just sitting there like on standby, but fear not. It has recorded. I'd be so annoyed. I've spent ages trying to set all my lights up this morning. I'd be so annoyed if it hadn't recorded. Okay, let me just explain the front one. So this is the most important curl. Well, it is to me anyway. So basically, I like to curl it forward because I like that fold you get like away from the face. So if you like that as well, I always bring it forward and then wrap it round. There we go. And then the angle of the wand is the direction I want that curl to go. Perfect. But obviously that's really curly, just wait until the end. I'm just going to do this back. Having my hair like this literally reminds me of when I was travelling. When I was in Vietnam and Thailand, I used to just let my hair naturally dry, and it would dry really curly, and the locals used to call me noodle head or like noodle hair and laugh at me because obviously they have like really straight dark hair, and my light coloured curly hair I guess looks like noodles, so that actually looks like noodle head. Okay, and then what's going on this side? Oh, we sectioned the other side, didn't we? So I need to do the same on this side. Da 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 da. Heat protection spray. Also, I haven't used, my hair's not like as ashy as it usually would be because I haven't used a blue shampoo in a few days. Because when I last did it, my hair actually, I left it on for too long. My hair was really blue, so I thought I'd just have a little break from it and just bring it back to its normal colour. So if it looks a little bit yellowy, that is why, because I'm just trying to get all the blue out and then start fresh again. If you're blonde, oh, that one didn't curl very well, did it? Let's go over that. If you are blonde and like the ashy look and you haven't used a blue shampoo, I cannot recommend it enough. I don't have to use an actual toner on my hair, I literally just use that every other time I wash my hair. I use a blue shampoo, leave it on for a couple of minutes like while I'm in the shower, and it makes so much difference. Okay, and I'm going to follow exactly the same as what I did on this side, so that's the front one, and then we've got two here. God, it gets so hot doing my hair, I do not know why. I haven't even got a hairdryer on. This is a bit thin, this one. I don't like really thin ones because they literally go like what I'd call like prom curls. Do you know what I mean? When you're 16 and went to your prom and had like, oh my god, could find it, I will actually show you, but I remember to my prom I had like hair extensions and these ringlet curls. I just think, oh my god, if only I'd known how to properly do my hair. I went to a hairdresser's and everything to have it done, and I thought it looked amazing. But I guess times change, don't they? That was what was in fashion at the time. Okay, and again that front one, just pulling it forward. This is where you do not want to burn yourself on your face. Okay. So, we are curly whirly. Okay, curls complete, and there's the finished look. Joking, could you imagine? So now I just give it one more good spray with hairspray. And what I would usually do is, like, when I get out of the shower, I would do my hair, and then I would leave this like this while I'm doing my makeup, because I just like to let the curls set, because when the hair is hot, you can obviously create the shape of it, and then to let it set you need it to cool. But if you just leave this for as long as you can, even if it's just a couple of minutes, just to let all the curls properly set. And yeah, look at this one over. What a good look this one is. So yeah, if you end up with hair like this, do not worry. Now this is the best bit. You've worked so hard to do all of those curls, and then you're just going to mess it up. But that is what we want. So I literally sometimes go upside down. Just really, I never actually use a comb, I just always use my fingers, but just sort of like pull them out a little bit. And once you've sort of pulled them all out, then you can like start, like sort of dress them, if you know what I mean. So let's just pick out a few. There we go. So do you know what I mean? It doesn't look as, although this still is quite curly, that will drop out a little bit. It just doesn't look as curly as when we were doing it. So yeah, sometimes I might like just back comb with a comb. Obviously I just don't have one to hand. Actually I do have one to hand. Sometimes if this root area is a little bit flat, you can just go in, back comb it a little bit, and then just comb it over the top to smooth it down. And I always like to push it up as well. And then sometimes if I'm feeling adventurous, I will use a sea salt spray, and I actually just like to spray it in my hand, because I find if you spray it onto the hair, it's so wet. So I always do like a couple of sprays in my hand and then mess it up. But today I'm just gonna go for another bit of hairspray. Okay, I think I'm just gonna look behind the mirror. Yeah, there we go. But as I said, it does drop it. This is really curly. It does usually, and it will drop out a little bit into my waves. Usually when I do my hair like this, it will last, like say tomorrow I would just go over the curls again. Or sometimes I'll try and like make it last as long as possible. Always go for a dry shampoo. But if I am going over the curls, say the next day, I don't need to do all of the sections. I'll probably just do like the top 2 sections. Okay, so that is the finished look. I hope this has helped if you were like struggling maybe to style your hair, or if there are any other questions that you have, please just leave them in the comments box below and I'll get back to you. If you aren't already, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Any other video requests or anything like that, just drop a message below and I will try my very best to film it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all soon.